Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Bitcoin report for the Wednesday 9th of June. So this is the count that we were looking at yesterday. I've just cleaned it up a little bit, but wave 1 and 2 and 3 here with an A, B, C, D and E here for wave 4, and then heading down for wave 5 here in 5 waves down through here. So we just need to see if this rally here just folds down and moves down into wave 5 here. It's not very clear in this little area through here as well for this. So we need to be a little bit careful. There's other counts that we traded short through here yesterday, and we'll look at that when we go to the intraday. I just want to talk about a few ideas at this stage. The other idea that's a bit different is this one here, where the B wave still needs to come into play here for this. So we can look at all the move down here as the wave A here, and then an A wave here, an A and a B and a C wave here for wave B, and then moving higher in this case. So probably not the best sort of count, but I just thought that it was sort of worth looking at. My friend Shane, who's a Trading Lounge member, had this particular count, and I want to thank everybody for putting their count forward as well, because we're all in the same boat and we have to think this out, and we need some answers. So I'm very happy to share what I think is a reasonable count here. So in this case, he's got from wave an A and a B wave here, and then down for wave C here for this. And in this case, 5 waves down for wave 1 and 2 here, and 3, 4 and 5 here for this. And I've got a missed count there. We're still missing some counts in here, Shane, by the looks of it. So we've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 here, and we've got down for 5 here to make this third wave. But this third wave comes from where though? But I still like this ABC pattern through here. There's not a good relationship in the ABC pattern here for the A wave and the C wave. There should be some equality between wave A and wave C for these things. I'm not criticizing Shane here, I'm criticizing myself because I do the same thing as well, and that was also pointed out to me as well. So yeah, but I think the thing I like about this is that having the C wave down here, I still think that it needs to take out at least, not so much the spiky low, but this low here for this, which it has done just by a tad. So when I look at this low here, that's the important one. So because that was the low on Ethereum at that point, there was a nice structure coming down for that. But we still don't have 5 waves in this move here. That's the other problem here. So we'd still need to see a 5th wave coming down here, even for the C wave to come down through here, because we're not talking about a triangle here. We're talking about an A wave, a B wave, and a lot of times the B wave does take out the previous low here and then move up. So we'll keep an eye on this one. It may not be the case, but we need to sort of put that forward a little bit. So I think, yesterday we looked at the triangle pattern, and I think that was kind of the best bet for this one, because we've also got to consider that Ethereum is more buoyant than Bitcoin. So Bitcoin can sink a bit lower, and they don't have to both have the same count either. So we'll see how that plays out. So with Ethereum here, I mean, we could, probably not the case, but I'm just pointing out that we could look at it as wave 1 and 2 here, and 1 and ABC for wave 2 here. That's possible, but any further down past here would be invalidated at that point, because we've already got 5 waves in this move through through here. What else have I got for Ethereum in terms of ideas? Oh, this was the other idea here, in that an A and a B and a C and a D and an E wave here. So this pulling back up 61.8% of that move from here to here for this. Because it's a little bit more buoyant, it could, you know, could rise to the occasion and come into that space before dropping. So that was another thing. So we can pretty much look to short it once you realize that the 2,500 here is the resistance here. So it's playing with that at the moment in this regard. But we can come back to Ethereum a little bit later. But I just wanted to share those few ideas on the bigger picture there. This one here, let's go on the intraday. So just on the intraday, being the tick chart here, and this is where we left off yesterday, looking at this here as wave A, B, C, D, and E here for this. This wave C could probably also sit over here for that. We don't have 5 waves up here like we do in Ethereum. We've got overlapping wave structures here for this. So in counting this down here, this will be a little bit messy, but I've got 2 counts sort of overlaying here. One of them is, first of all, is this blue wave 1 here and blue wave 2 here for that. And then we would come down through here as blue wave 3 here. And this would all be this, and then we're going across to wave 4 here. This is a long shot, okay? So don't start throwing stuff just yet. But wave 3 here, blue wave 4 here with an A, B, C, D, and E here. And then coming down for the 5th wave and actually having a low in place already here. But I don't think that's the case because we haven't made a new low here yet. The other count that we've got, which we were looking at yesterday, was that we would look at this as wave 1 here and 2 here in green, 5 waves down here for 3. Wave 4 was a little bit high, and then I've got wave 5. I've got 5 little waves in this move through here. You know, perhaps on first sight we should put wave 5 and wave 1, these guys over here for that, but I've got 5 waves in this little move here, so but it may need to shift over here. I'll double check that, but just pointing out my weaknesses here. And then as a wave 1 going to wave 2 here, there's a nice little 5 waves in here, so we could look at this as an A and some sort of B and C wave in here for wave 2. Yeah, that kind of works. And then we would look at all of this down here. I can count all this down here. I'll just explode this up so you can look at my count, and then you can kind of compare and see if I've made mistakes. And because if I've made mistakes, it's important that you point them out so I can relate them back, you know. So but from wave 2 here, we've got wave 1 and 2 here, and then all the way down here for wave 3. So between 2 and 3 here, we've got 1 and 2 here, and then down for 3 here and 4 here, and then 1 and ABC for 2 here, 3, 4, and 5 for this here. Wave 3 here is 1 2, 3, 4, 5 here for the 3rd wave, 4th wave, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for the 3rd wave here. So then we've got the 4th wave here and the 5th wave down here. So that just gives me wave 3 here. So I was thinking that this would be wave 4 moving back here, moving back, this wave 4 moving back to the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree, or the 38.2% retrace, 38%. So it's kind of there. But I have to say this move up through here haunts me a little bit, because I'll just get rid of these. I don't need those there for the time being. It sort of counts like 5 waves up. Not a very nice 5 waves, but 1 and 2 here, and 3 and 4 and 5 here for this. So it doesn't really look like a 4th wave, you know. And then just to top it off, this across here looks rather corrective, like bullish corrective, and that, you know, we could go long above this high here for this. We also need to look at, if you haven't already exited, we'd also need to look at exiting from that short trade as well here. If you were in that, you probably already have, but we're looking to short across across here, or even I think we even had another line in here somewhere, but it was really all about the 35,000 becoming, being breached. So, yeah, just recapping this little move here, I could get 5 waves out of it as 1 and 2 here and 3 here and then an AAVE and then wave 4 over here being quite complicated across here. I kind of like that complication for wave 4, but what bothers me a little bit is wave 1 being so small. So, yeah, but in support of that, we do have that impulse wave moving to the upside here for this. But I could say that once this market gets back above, if this market gets back above the 35 here, well, then we would be going higher from that point. So look for a classic trading levels pattern across this level here and look for the setup, because as a trader would need to be long at that point. It will stick there for a while and be a problem. You won't miss it because of all this consolidation over here. That will reflect back over here for this. So yeah, look, that's where it's at. So we got a trade out of it, made a bit of pocket money, but still don't quite know for sure where we are in the count. That's the main thing. It does appear that we've got a triangle here. I think there's a good case for that. We don't have 5 waves to the downside. Normally we can take the length of this wave A here down to here for this and look at the wave 4 area here. If I just put that in there roughly, well, that's where we should come to here then. That should be our target sort of area down here for that, which is what we were talking about yesterday, coming in between 28 and 25 here. We're not there yet for this, so we really just need to see how this folds out here, but we've got to cap it at that point. If you haven't already, if you're not already out of this by now, then you should have been out in at least this space here, but if you're not, then we need to be out at that point. And as far as being long, really it's the 35 which should be the safe trade at that point. So above the 35 here, but we'll look for that classic trading levels pattern. So that's really about it. Not a lot to go on with at the moment. We're still, I mean, the thing that I've always said about this is that this move here is in 3 waves, right? So that tells me that that's corrective, and that at some point we'll need to take out this low here for this, and we haven't done that yet. That's how that's the simplicity of it all. The rest of this in here being a triangle, being whatever it is, yeah, we're close to coming down here, but we haven't breached that low there yet, and I would like to see that. I would like to see if we can get, if this could be a wave 4 here and have this wave 5 down here. That would be nice, but I'm finding it difficult to see that in this move, in this move here for this as a wave 4. It could be, but yeah, let's just see if it drops from this point. Okay, I think I really just sort of need to leave it at that. The other account for Ethereum is this count here. So also a triangle as well, having wave 5 here with an A and a B and a C and a D and an E wave here for this. And then continuing to move down through here. But we need that 2,500 here as the resistance here. So you can look to go short below here. You could probably get a better position under this bar here for that as well. But you're better off shorting Bitcoin than this one, because this one is more buoyant, you know what I mean? You're better off going long in this. If you're a trader, I mean, if you're trading as such. But let's see how this plays out. So we can either get a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 and keep building down here, going from wave C here, and keep as 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 or whatever, and continue to move down. But we'd have to take that low out here. So this will be technically this, I mean, I suppose we can count 5 waves in here for this, but if it comes down, it would need, it would just need to take this low out here if that was going to be the case. So, all in all, just to recap, we're still really on the bearish side for these markets, unless this top goes out for this here, and then we can look at it as a more of a bullish count. But besides that, we need to stay bearish on this. I don't think I can add any more to this situation, really. Okay, we're coming off now, which is nice. Let's just see how that plays out, eh? I mean, that's my primary count here for this. This just to come back here is this one here. And even if, let's just say that just say that this is right here, then before we can buy, we need to get from the low. We'll need to see some sort of little impulse wave at some degree of structure, some little 5-wave move up, and then a move back, because that way we can manage our risk properly. We can go long after we see the impulse wave and the pullback here, and then at least that would give us, even if that was an A wave and a B wave and a C wave, we'd be able to get close to break even at that point. If it's wave 1 and 2, well then we're heroes at that point, So, but we do need to get that impulse wave off the top, from the low upwards. So, if anybody's got any better ideas or see a cleaner cut about this pattern in here, please let us know. Alrighty, I'll leave it at that. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers.